I don't think that we can ever have peace with my family unless the truth is out there. She was the villain. She was the third person in the marriage. She needed to rehabilitate her image.
You and your brother both directly asked your dad not to marry Camilla.
Yes.
Mrs. Parker Bowles was a factor in the breakdown of your marriage?
Well, there were three of us in this marriage.
Prince Harry has recently made bold claims about the Duchess of Cornwall, now Queen Consort, labeling her as a dangerous figure within the royal family.
Prince Harry has described the Duchess of Cornwall as dangerous. Queen Consort, of course, she is now. He accuses his stepmother of having willingly traded information with journalists in a bid to stop them portraying her as the villain.
In an interview with Anderson Cooper, Harry accused his stepmother of deliberately sharing private information with journalists to improve her public image. These allegations stem from the emotional toll of losing his mother, Princess Diana, and the long-standing tensions that have plagued the family.
You know, you're 12 years old, sort of 7:30 in the morning, early. Your father comes in, sits on your bed, puts his hand on your knee and tells you there's been an accident. I couldn't believe.
Stay tuned as we unravel the growing rift between Queen Camilla and her stepsons, Princes Harry and William. The two princes have often viewed Camilla as more than just their father's second wife. To them, she was the catalyst for the breakdown of their parents' marriage, the third party in a deeply personal family matter. But the feud doesn't stop there. Recently, Camilla has faced accusations of leaking sensitive royal information, leaving Harry and William at their breaking point. What happened next stunned the royal household and left the world in shock, as rumors swirled about Queen Camilla's position in the family. What are the latest allegations from Harry and William, and how did they respond to what they call a betrayal of trust? Join us as we uncover the dramatic twists in this ongoing royal saga, including revelations that may forever alter the monarchy's future. Camilla's rise to Queen Consort, a controversial journey. In an interview with ITV's Tom Bradby, Prince Harry opened up about his stepmother, Queen Camilla.
I want to sort of just briefly talk about your stepmother in the press. You say that your interests were sacrificed on her PR altar, to quote.
Those certain members have decided to get into bed with the devil, right? To rehabilitate their image.
Yeah.
Claiming that her public unpopularity drove her to desperate measures. Harry alleged that Camilla orchestrated a calculated strategy to marry his father, King Charles, and eventually secure the title of Queen Consort. This plan, he said, involved sharing information with the press, planting false stories, and crafting a narrative to rehabilitate her image. This isn't the first time the royal brothers have taken a firm stance against Camilla. In his memoir, Spare, and other interviews, Harry has described her as a significant antagonist in his life, accusing her of tarnishing the reputation of others to bolster her own. While the British public has often admired Camilla for her charitable work and contributions to royal duties, Harry dismissed these efforts as insincere attempts to repair her image as the woman who disrupted his parents' marriage. Interestingly, Harry and William's views stand in stark contrast to other members of the royal family. The late Queen Elizabeth herself acknowledged Camilla's efforts and, on the eve of her Platinum Jubilee, expressed her wish for Camilla to be known as Queen Consort when Charles ascended the throne. Despite this endorsement, the princes remain unconvinced, suggesting her methods were far from noble. To understand the depth of Harry and William's disapproval, we need to revisit the past. In 2005, as King Charles prepared to marry Camilla, his sons were reportedly unhappy with the union. Harry later revealed in the Spare that he and William had asked their father not to marry Camilla, citing their concerns about her role in their parents' tumultuous relationship. Despite their objections, King Charles proceeded, and the brothers, though initially reluctant, eventually gave their blessing, acknowledging their father's love for Camilla. The tension between Harry, William, and Camilla is rooted in the complex history of Charles's first marriage. The 15-year union between Princess Diana and King Charles was marred by mutual infidelity and public scandal, much of it centered around Charles's relationship with Camilla. Diana herself famously declared in a 1995 interview that there were 3 of us in this marriage.
Do you think Mrs. Parker Bowles was a factor in the breakdown of your marriage?
Well, there were 3 of us in this marriage, so it was a bit crowded.
A statement that remains one of the most iconic moments in royal history. The fallout from this love triangle not only shaped the lives of those involved, but also left lasting scars on Diana's sons. As the drama unfolded in full view of the public, it set the stage for the complicated dynamics we see today. And yet, there's more to uncover about this royal saga, how the past continues to cast its shadow over the monarchy and its relationships. Stay with us as we delve deeper into the untold stories behind these royal conflicts. The late Princess Diana once alluded to a third person in her marriage, a reference widely believed to be about Camilla, who had been secretly involved with Charles during his union with Diana. The complexities of their relationship became public in a television documentary about Prince Charles, where he admitted to journalist Jonathan Dimbleby that he had been absolutely faithful to Diana until their marriage had irretrievably broken down. On the very day Charles confessed his infidelity, Diana made headlines with a bold public statement, not in words, but in fashion. She appeared in what became known as the revenge dress, a striking black outfit that symbolized resilience amid betrayal. As their private lives spilled into the public sphere, it became clear that both Charles and Diana had been unfaithful. Diana, during her infamous Panorama the interview with Martin Bashir, admitted to a long-term relationship with Major James Hewitt. While she acknowledged her love for him, she expressed disappointment in his decision to profit from their private relationship. In that same interview, Diana spoke candidly about Charles's infidelity and questioned his suitability as future king, criticizing the monarchy for being out of touch with the public. By this time, their strained relationship was already evident to the press, who noted the growing distance and unhappiness in their public appearances. The marriage's public unraveling reportedly embarrassed Queen Elizabeth, leading her to support the couple's eventual divorce. Tragically, just over a year after their divorce was finalized, Diana passed away in 1997.
Confirmation from our very own Foreign Secretary, Robin Cook, who's in the Far East at the moment, that Diana, Princess of Wales, has in fact been killed in that car accident in Paris.
Following her death, Charles began openly seeing Camilla, and by 2005, the two made their relationship official through marriage. Harry and William were deeply unsettled by their father's decision to marry the woman they believed had contributed to the breakdown of their parents' marriage. For Harry, the resentment seemed especially personal and enduring, shaping his perspective on Camilla for years to come. Camilla's strained relationship with Harry and William. Camilla faced the difficult task of navigating her role as stepmother to William and Harry, but the royal family's dynamics proved to be an uphill battle. Insiders suggest that while she attempted to build a relationship with the princes, they were largely resistant. The divide between Camilla and her stepsons grew more apparent at royal events, where Harry and William kept a noticeable distance, maintaining a polite but detached demeanor toward her. Interactions between the princes and Camilla were marked by a lack of warmth, brief and formal rather than familial. Public displays of unity masked the underlying tension, as royal duties demanded careful choreography. For her part, Camilla appeared to accept her outsider status within the family, recognizing that a meaningful bond with her stepsons might never materialize. Despite her efforts to bridge the gap, Camilla remained on the periphery of Harry and William's lives. The lingering resentment, particularly from Harry, underscored the complexities of their blended royal family. While Camilla fulfilled her royal obligations with composure, the emotional distance between her and Diana's sons became a permanent feature of their relationship, a divide too wide to mend. We discussed how Harry and William tried to stop their father from marrying Camille in 2005. Despite their attempts, the wedding went ahead. In his memoir, Harry gives us a glimpse into his feelings during that time, feelings many stepchildren might relate to. He describes the challenges he faced adjusting to his father's new marriage. One memory, likely from the late 90s, highlights Harry's anxiety.
The Duke of Sussex is opening up about his life and telling Oprah Winfrey how therapy has helped him get to a better place.
Firstly, I had a fear of when I first went to therapy.
He worried that Camilla might be unkind to him, much like the stepmothers in the fairy tales he grew up reading. William, too, seemed wary of the other woman, as Harry refers to her. He shares an anecdote about how, when he moved out of Clarence's house at 28, Camilla swiftly turned his old bedroom into her dressing room, as though she had been waiting for that moment. Beyond these personal experiences, Harry has used his book and interviews to critique Camilla's actions. He accused certain members of the royal family of striking deals with the press to improve their public image, what he describes as getting into bed with the devil. Harry specifically points to Camilla, alleging that she leaked private family details to the media in exchange for favorable coverage. In the Sperry, Harry also claims that during his teenage years, his father's team, including Camilla's PR staff, intentionally leaked stories about his struggles with substance use. This, he believes, was done to portray King Charles as a compassionate parent, helping to bolster his image during a turbulent time. In 2019, tensions reportedly flared when William discovered that stories about him, Kate, and their children were being leaked by Charles and Camilla's staff. Frustrated, William is said to have remarked, "Give them an inch and they take a mile." During an interview with Anderson Cooper, Harry labeled Camilla as dangerous because of her media connections. He alleged that her climb to becoming Queen Consort came at a cost.
Once known as the other woman, Camilla is now the Queen. Kind of. The new king's darling wife has become the Queen Consort.
I know she will bring to the demands of her new role the steadfast devotion to duty,
with others in the family being sacrificed along the way. According to Harry, in a family driven by hierarchy, leaving casualties behind was simply part of the process. Camilla, the villain and rising power in the royal family. Harry didn't mince words when he described Camilla as the villain and the third person in his parents' marriage. This mirrors Diana's iconic remark from her 1995 interview, where she said, "There were 3 of us in this marriage." Harry revealed his mixed emotions about having a stepmother, especially one he believed undermined the family to boost her image. He wrote about his unease, saying he felt Camilla had sacrificed the royal family on her PR altar. Still, Harry acknowledged he wished Camilla happiness, thinking it might make her less harmful. Royal expert Christopher Anderson once commented on Camilla's discomfort around William and Harry, describing their bond as purely circumstantial, lacking a natural connection. Biographer Robert Jobson shared a striking incident highlighting the tension. During a convoy at Windsor Castle, William and Kate were late to join Charles and Camilla. Frustrated, Camilla insisted they leave without them. As Charles's motorcade pulled away, William and Kate walked out, only to see the convoy disappearing. To William, it felt deliberate. It served as a reminder of where he stood in the hierarchy. While he eventually tolerated Camilla, resentment lingered. William's loyalty to his mother remained unwavering, and seeing Camilla beside Charles brought back painful memories. To him, she symbolized a shadow over Diana's legacy. Meanwhile, King Charles finds himself caught between his wife and sons. Insiders say Charles is under immense pressure, not just from family tensions, but also his health concerns. Reports suggest Harry longs to return home, but faces resistance from Camilla. Sources claim she has taken a firm stance against welcoming Harry and Meghan back into the family. She allegedly even barred Harry from visiting Charles or staying at royal residences without prior approval, catching Charles off guard. This move reportedly triggered a major argument between Charles and Camilla, straining their relationship. While some suggest Camilla is open to reconciliation, others believe she still harbors no affection for her stepsons. William and Harry are said to be wary of her growing influence within the palace. Some insiders claim Camilla now holds significant power, particularly since Charles reduced his royal duties due to health reasons. Reports say Camilla even encouraged Charles to adopt a tougher stance in family matters, despite his guilt over past parenting decisions. While reconciliation is possible, sources suggest it would only happen under conditions set by Charles, conditions Camilla may not entirely support. The conflict between King Charles and Camilla isn't limited to his strained relationship with William and Harry. Camilla was reportedly unhappy when Charles revealed his prostate enlargement and cancer diagnosis earlier this year.
We've received breaking news from Buckingham Palace, which has announced that the King has been diagnosed with cancer.
According to Robert Jobson, author of King Charles III, The Man and the Monarch Revealed, Charles went public with his health condition despite Camilla's objections. Encouraged by his children, the king saw it as an opportunity to inspire others to seek medical help for similar symptoms. The differences between Charles and Camilla extend beyond serious issues like his health. Camilla's sister, Annabel Elliot, described the couple as having opposing personalities, which sometimes leads to amusing disputes. For example, their ongoing argument about whether to keep the bedroom windows open at night is a frequent point of contention. According to Annabel, he'll open it, and she'll sneak in behind to close it. While Camilla might lose the window battles, Annabel notes that she tends to win in other aspects of their marriage. Despite these differences, Camilla's influence within the royal family continues to grow. However, her relationship with William and Harry has remained distant. The princes have struggled to reconcile their feelings toward the woman they believe caused pain to their mother. Insiders claim that rebuilding trust with Camilla seems impossible for the brothers. Publicly, they maintain appearances with polite smiles, but behind closed doors, the tension lingers. Camilla has come to accept that her bond with her stepchildren will never go beyond a cold, formal relationship. For now, the royal family moves forward as if everything is fine. Yet the quiet resentment between William, Harry, and Camilla continues to cast a shadow over their interactions. In recent months, Prince Harry has reportedly begun exploring ways to reconnect with the United Kingdom and reintegrate into royal life. After several years of public estrangement and private disputes, these efforts signal a potential shift in Harry's approach. However, his attempts are not without challenges, with Queen Camilla reportedly acting as one of the primary obstacles to his plans. Sources suggest that she has been steadfast in her opposition to Harry's return to the royal household, further straining the already tense relationship between him and the royal family. According to the Mail on Sunday, Harry has been reaching out to former royal aides, trusted friends, and confidants who played key roles during his time as a working royal. These conversations indicate his intent to rebuild connections in British social circles and mend the bridges that have been damaged over time. Insiders say Harry has also expressed dissatisfaction with the advice he has received while living in the United States and is now seeking guidance from those who once supported him within the UK.
Prince Harry has also been talking at the Deal Book Summit in New York, and he talked about why he won't be ditching the US and returning to the UK.
One source noted, Harry is beginning to see that the current approach isn't working. Part of this shift involves distancing himself from Hollywood publicists and media advisors. Instead of relying on the more commercial, celebrity-focused counsel he's received in the US, Harry appears to be turning back to a network of individuals who understand the intricacies of royal life. This decision has fueled speculation that Harry is not only reconsidering his role as a public figure, but also contemplating a return to his royal roots. Despite these efforts, one of the biggest hurdles remains Queen Camilla. Sources claim she has voiced strong opposition to Harry's return, citing concerns about potential disruptions to the royal household. Camilla's firm stance underscores the lingering tensions between her and Harry, which have been exacerbated by his public criticisms of her in recent years. Her resistance has reportedly caused friction with King Charles, who is said to be caught between supporting his son and maintaining harmony with his wife. To strengthen his position, Harry has reportedly been reaching out to old friends via WhatsApp, sending friendly messages to rekindle relationships that had grown distant. Some of these friends, loyal to Harry, are reportedly assisting him in his efforts to reintegrate into British society.
He wants to carve out a way back into royal life, back in the UK, and is seeking counsel from old friends and associates.
This initiative has been informally dubbed Operation Bring Harry In from the Cold by those involved, reflecting the strategic nature of his attempts to rebuild his reputation and re-establish ties. Insiders speculate that Harry's motivations for a potential return extend beyond personal relationships. His ventures in the United States, including media deals and public appearances, have faced criticism and mixed reception. The strain of navigating these challenges may have prompted Harry to reevaluate his approach, considering a return to the UK as a means of restoring stability and balance in his life. Nevertheless, the road to reconciliation is far from straightforward. Queen Camilla's opposition remains a significant barrier, and the strained relationships with his father and brother add further complexity. While Harry has shown a willingness to make amends, it is unclear whether the royal family will fully embrace his overtures. Reports suggest that while King Charles is open to dialogue, any reconciliation would likely happen on his terms, a dynamic that could create additional hurdles for Harry. The ring featured a dazzling 2-carat oval diamond surrounded by 2 heart-shaped stones. It was the perfect symbol of the timeless elegance and romance in their relationship. This ring became not only a token of their commitment, but also a lasting reminder of their love. Just 6 months after announcing their engagement, Prince Edward and Sophie Rhys-Jones were married on June 19, 1999, in a beautiful summer ceremony.
Prince Edward and Sophie, Countess of Wessex, may have one of the most stable marriages in the royal family.
Their wedding combined royal tradition with personal touches, making it a joyful occasion that brought the royal family together during a difficult time. The stunning St. George's Chapel at Windsor Castle, with its rich history and royal connection, was the perfect place for their vows. Though they had hoped for a private family event, their wedding captured the attention of millions, with around 200 million people watching the ceremony, eager to see 2 hearts join together. Sophie and the Queen. When Sophie married Prince Edward, she officially became part of the royal family and formed a close bond with Queen Elizabeth II. The Queen gave her new daughter-in-law a beautiful tiara from her jewelry collection, a stunning piece fit for a princess. The tiara was designed by David Thomas, a former crown jeweler, and was sparkling with precious stones that combined both tradition and modern elegance. On their wedding day, Sophie gave Prince Edward a special gift, an 18-carat gold pocket watch, to show her love and commitment. While royal family relationships are often kept private, Sophie stands out. She is often seen as the Queen's favorite, a trusted friend and confidant. Sources from the Daily Mail have reported that Sophie holds a special place within the Queen's inner circle. She is said to be almost like a second daughter to Her Majesty, with a relationship built on mutual respect and understanding. Over the years, Sophie's role has remained strong, even with the arrival of other important figures in the royal family, like Camilla Parker Bowles and Kate Middleton. Despite these changes, Sophie, the Countess of Wessex, continues to be a cherished person in the Queen's life. The bond between Sophie and the Queen is so close that it's often compared to the relationship the Queen had with her late sister, Princess Margaret. Sophie has become a beloved companion, offering support to the Queen both in public and private. Prince Edward's choice of title raised some questions when he married Sophie. Traditionally, royal men receive the title of Duke when they marry, but Prince Edward chose a different title, Earl of Wessex. This decision surprised many and led to curiosity about why he did not follow tradition. The royal titles are part of a clear system based on the royal family's history and lineage. Usually, the sons of the reigning monarch are called His Royal Highness and are given additional titles after marriage, often becoming dukes. However, Prince Edward's choice to be called Earl of Wessex was personal, rather than following the typical tradition. His decision was influenced by his favorite movie, Shakespeare in Love, where he admired the character of the Earl of Wessex. Prince Edward's choice of title reflected his individuality and personal interests, rather than a break from tradition. Even though his title seemed unusual, it wasn't seen as a demotion. It was deeply meaningful to him and showed his desire to carve out his path within the royal family. Over time, questions about his title have continued, especially after the passing of Prince Philip. Some have wondered if Prince Edward would inherit the Duke of Edinburgh's title, as his father, Prince Philip, had held it.
King Charles could strip his youngest brother of a long-awaited title in an attempt to slim down the monarchy.
However, Despite not being the direct heir, Prince Edward has often been seen as the favorite child of his parents. Family bond and support. There have been whispers that Prince Edward was favored by his father, Prince Philip, due to their close relationship. A sign of this affection was seen in the display of Prince Edward's portrait in his father's study. This simple act showed how special Prince Edward was to Prince Philip. There were also reports that Prince Philip trusted his son and daughter-in-law to take on more important roles in the royal family as he began to step back from public duties. Prince Edward and Sophie have earned the respect of the public for their humility, dependability, and strong commitment to their royal roles. Despite the royal family often being in the spotlight, they've managed to stay humble and focused on their duties. This genuine nature has made them beloved figures in the eyes of both the royal family and the public. However, with the passing of Prince Philip, Prince Edward faced deep sorrow. He described the loss as shocking and difficult to cope with. The royal family, though united in grief, was still trying to process the loss of Prince Philip, and Prince Edward's words about the sadness they all felt resonated with people around the world. Prince Edward and Sophie's family journey. A lesser-known part of Prince Edward and Sophie's life involves their struggle with infertility. They faced challenges in having children naturally and decided to explore in vitro fertilization, IVF. In 2001, Sophie became pregnant, but tragically suffered an ectopic pregnancy, which was a heartbreaking setback for the couple. Despite this challenge, they remained strong and hopeful. In 2003, Sophie became pregnant again, and their first child, Lady Louise Windsor, was born. However, Sophie's pregnancy was complicated by a condition called placental abruption, which posed risks to both her and the baby. During this tough time, Sophie showed great strength, and Prince Edward remained by her side. They both came through this ordeal stronger, and Lady Louise and Sophie's health improved. Later, when Lady Louise faced a health challenge at 3 years old due to an eye condition, it caused worry and concern for her parents.
Since birth, Lady Louise Windsor was bound for the spotlight of royalty. But did you know she was born with a rare eye condition?
The family rallied around her, supporting her through hospital visits and treatments. Though this was a difficult time, it brought them closer together, teaching them the importance of love and compassion in tough times. In 2007, Prince Edward and Sophie welcomed their second child, a son named James, who brought joy and energy to their lives. James's birth marked a fresh start and filled their home with happiness. As James grew, he became a source of inspiration for his sister, Lady Louise, as they learned the value of family and perseverance. The family's journey, full of struggles and triumphs, has deepened their connection. It has shown the strength of their bond and their resilience in the face of challenges. Prince Edward's journey as both a royal and a father highlights his growth and the love he shares with his family. Through his title choice and his commitment to his family, he has shown that he is dedicated to building a meaningful life within the royal family. Their story, filled with love, courage, and unity, serves as an inspiration for many. It reflects the value of staying true to oneself while remaining devoted to family, even in the face of public scrutiny. As the royal family continues to evolve, the bond between Prince Edward, Sophie, and their children stands as a testament to their enduring love and strength. As we come to the end of this journey through the lives of Prince Edward and Sophie, it's clear that their story is not just one of royal titles and public appearances, but of love, resilience, and growth. They have faced personal struggles, including infertility and the health challenges of their children, but have shown remarkable strength in overcoming them. Their bond has only grown stronger over time, and despite the pressures of royal life, they've managed to maintain a close-knit family filled with love and mutual respect. Their unique journey offers us a glimpse into the more personal side of the royal family, one that isn't always in the public eye. Through their trials and triumphs, Prince Edward and Sophie have demonstrated that royal life is not just about titles and ceremonies, but about the values of family, duty, and personal dedication. Sophie's relationship with Queen Elizabeth, which has been described as a special bond, shows just how important close connections are within the royal family, highlighting the importance of loyalty and trust in their inner circle. Prince Edward's decision to break from tradition with his title, and the way he's always supported his family, shows his individuality and desire to create a unique path for himself within the monarchy. While the world may focus on other members of the royal family, it's clear that Edward and Sophie are quietly and consistently making their mark, demonstrating their importance within the royal family. Their story is one of quiet strength, and a reminder that behind the headlines and the royal titles, it's the human connections and the strength of family that truly stand out. Thank you for joining us as we explored the fascinating lives of Prince Edward and Sophie. What do you think of their journey and the challenges they faced along the way? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more royal stories, and hit the bell icon so you won't miss out on our future content. We'll be back soon with more intriguing insights from the world of royalty. Stay tuned,